freshman at a local school once said that she felt safer walking through the halls alone at night than checking her phone. That's the power cyberbullying has over students. As a 16-year-old sophomore in high school, not only have I experienced cyberbullying, but I've seen the toll it takes on other students, causing some to take their own life. In this speech, I'll be going into details why people who are responsible for cyberbullying, specifically students, should be expelled from school. First, I will be talking about severe and lasting emotional effects it has. Second, I will talk about how cyberbullying poisons the school environment and disrupts learning. And lastly, I will be talking about how expulsion holds students accountable and prevents further harm. Let's begin by talking about the harmful and psychological damage cyberbullying has on students. Cyberbullying has severe and lasting emotional effects. Unlike traditional bullying, cyberbullying follows the students everywhere they go. There's no escape. A person can close their locker, leave a classroom, walk home, but they cannot turn off the internet's ability to spread harmful information. Victims often experience anxiety, depression, towered self-esteem, and in extreme cases, suicidal thoughts. When a student deliberately targets another student online, they are inflicting real damage, and schools have a responsibility to protect students from this level of harm. Expulsion also sends a clear message that we will not allow students' safety and mental well-being to be destroyed behind a screen. Next, I will be talking about how cyberbullying poisons the school environment and disrupts learning for all students. Cyberbullying has an extreme effect on students as a whole. School is supposed to be a place where students grow academically, socially, emotionally, but when cyberbullying takes place, it creates an atmosphere of fear and tension between not only other students, but just the environment in general. Rumors, group chats, public postings, screenshots spread drama faster than the school can contain it. Students become distracted, anxious, and afraid of being the next target of cyberbullying. Teachers and counselors are forced to spend valuable time addressing conflict instead of supporting learning. Removing a cyberbullying protects the learning community and the environment. It shows that schools value the community as a whole, not the actions of one student, willing to tear down others. Now, lastly, I'll be going into something important. I'll be talking about how expulsion not only holds students accountable, but prevents it from happening again. Expelling students for cyberbullying teaches them a true lesson. Many students continue that behavior because they face minimal consequences. A warning or a short suspension that often does nothing to stop the harassment. Expulsion, however, communicates the behavior crosses a line that's harmful, a line that cannot be ignored. It teaches accountability and ensures that victims are no longer forced to share hallways, classrooms, or group projects with someone who has targeted them online. Schools must prioritize safety over convenience, and enforcing serious consequences is how real change happens. Now, we have covered so much important information throughout this presentation. First, I told you about the lessons expelling teaches. Second, I told you about the effect cyberbullying has on the school environment. And lastly, I told you about how strong the lesson expulsion is. Cyberbullying isn't a harmless joke. It is a serious, damaging form of harassment that affects students' mental health, disrupts learning, and threatens the safety of the entire school community. When a student chooses to cyberbully, they are choosing harm over harming others and schools, and the schools must choose to protect their students. This is why students should be expelled, not out of cruelty, but out of responsibility. Responsibility to protect victims, to preserve a safe learning environment, and a standard that ensures that this behavior will not be tolerated.